Greetings, real men. We're on day 5. I have my word. I have my study guide material with me. And I want to read some key verses out of John chapter 5. I'm going to start with verse 5. And I'll read verses 5 through 9 out of chapter 5. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. Keep that in mind. 38 years. That's a long time to be sick. When Jesus saw him lie, and he knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? That's a wonderful question. Jesus asking him, basically, do you want to get well? Verse 7. The man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Jesus said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole, and took up his bed, and walked. And on the same day was the Sabbath. Now that's interesting. We're going to touch on that a little bit later, about the Sabbath, and this man being healed on that day. There's been times in my life where I thought people were going to be there for me, weren't. And the people that I thought weren't going to be there for me, were. That's not a good time to find out who's going to be in your corner and who's not when you need people the most. This lame man said that every time he was trying to get in the pool, someone would go in front of him. Then Jesus asked this question. Powerful, man. Do you want to get well? If I pose the question to you, if you had a problem, a sickness, and I said to you, do you want the answer in 38 years? Or do you want it in 38 seconds? Which one would you choose? I know. Of course you would pick 38 seconds. Think about it. 38 years, Jesus healed this man in less than 38 seconds. Healed instantly. This is the power of the spoken word that I mentioned to you before, how God communicates. There's ways he communicates with us through the living word, the written word, the spoken word. Jesus spoke the word, and that man was healed in less than 38 seconds. Do you ever find yourself doubting the power of God? There's times when people doubt the power of God. Let's look at another highlight out of chapter 5. It says, a key verse for me was verse 46 and 47. It says, For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? When faced with a dilemma, do you ever go to the scriptures to try to find your answer? We see here it's dealing with unbelief. Jesus says, But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words? As we go a little deeper, you know unbelief is the enemy of faith. The word faith comes from a Latin word for dear, which means to trust, believe, or have faith in God. In the book of Romans, it tells us that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. It is impossible for us to please God without faith. There are many other scriptures telling us about faith. Jesus performed miracles because of the people's faith in him. Jesus had the answer when no one else did. We must fight the good fight of faith. So the highlight, the takeaway from chapter 5 for me was was dealing with Jesus healing the lame man at the pool of Bethesda and dealing with unbelief. I want to see you tomorrow on day 6. Stay focused and keep the faith.